Take a deep breath and join me for tonight's calming tale. Angelonia and Garden Woody and Dand, the Tale of Rivers. This story is about young Angelonia and Garden Woody and Dand's journey to save the sacred river Lumena stream from drought, ultimately headlined the bond between humans and nature. In the serene village of Blossomia, a young girl named Angelonia lived by a glistening river that whispered secrets to the wind. Every morning, she would tiptoe to the water's edge, feeling the soft kiss of the dew on her bare feet. The river, known as Lumena Stream, was the lifeblood of the village, flowing with crystal clear water that shimmered under the sun. Angelonia cherished the river, believing it had a soul that sang just for her. One sunny day as she played by the river, she heard a gentle voice calling her name. Startled, she turned to see a tiny creature with golden petals and emerald leaves the garden would Dand, and explained that he was the protector of Lumena Stream and had watched over Angelonia her entire life. He told her that the river was in danger from a distant drought and needed their help. Together, they embarked on a journey to the mountains where the river was born. The path was winding and treacherous, but Angelonia and Dand were determined. They climbed steep hills, crossed rocky trails, and navigated darkened forests. Throughout the journey, Dand revealed the hidden magic of the natural world to Angelonia, showing her flowers that glowed in the moonlight and trees that whispered ancient stories. Finally, they reached the source of the river, a magical spring, surrounded by ancient stones covered in moss. There, they discovered the cause of the drought, an enchanted boulder that had been blocking the watered moss's flow. With a united effort, Angelonia and Dand managed to move the boulder, freeing the water to cascade down the mountains once more. As the water flowed freely, the air filled with the joyous sounds of nature's gratitude. Angelonia felt a warm glow in her heart, knowing they had saved their beloved river. They returned to Blossomia, where the villagers celebrated their bravery and the return of the Lumena Stream. From that day on, Angelonia became a guardian of the river herself, always aided by her friend Dand. And whenever people asked about the river's vibrant life, Angelonia would smile and say, "It sings because it is love." Let's embrace the next chapter of tonight's journey. Marigold and Aster's innocent adventure. This story is about a young girl named Marigold, who becomes friends with a hedgehog named Aster in a magical forest. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village surrounded by vast meadows and whispering forests, lived a young girl named Marigold. Her golden hair shimmered like the morning sun, and her laughter was the music that brought joy to anyone who heard it. One crisp autumn day, Marigold wandered into the woods with her basket, searching for mushrooms and ripe berries. She hummed a sweet tune, her steps light and carefree. Amidst the rustling leaves and chirping birds, she stumbled upon a tiny hedgehog tangled in a wisp of vines. The hedgehog's eyes were bright and kind, and Marigold could sense its gentle spirit. "Oh dear, let me help you," she said softly. With delicate hands, she freed the hedgehog from the vines. "Thank you," the hedgehog squeaked, surprising Marigold. "I can talk because I've been blessed by the forest," it explained. "My name is Aster," Marigold giggled, enchanted by her new friend's polite manner and tiny voice. "I'm Marigold. Let's be friends, Aster." From that day on, Marigold and Aster spent their afternoons exploring the forest together. They discovered secret paths hidden by ferns and danced in the sun-dappled clearings. Marigold told Aster about the flowers, and Aster shared his knowledge of the hidden nooks and crannies of the woods. One day, they found a beautiful, sparkling pond. The water was clear and blue, reflecting the sky like a mirror. It It's magical, whispered Marigold. Indeed, agreed Aster. It's said that if you make a wish then toss a pebble into the pond, it will come true. Marigold closed her eyes and made a wish for their friendship to last forever. She tossed a tiny pebble into the water, and it created ripples that seemed to stretch to the edges of the world. Seasons changed, and their bond only grew stronger. The villagers often saw Marigold speaking and laughing to what appeared to be thin air, never realizing the little hedgehog hidden just out of sight, always close by. They were a testament to the magic of innocence and the wonders it could bring. One winter evening, as the first snowflakes began to fall, Marigold and Aster sat by a warm fire in Marigold's family cottage. "I'm so glad we found each other," said Marigold. "Me too," replied Aster. "There is a magic in our friendship that will never fade." As they fell asleep, comforted by the warmth and their memories of countless adventures, the forest outside whispered its approval, wrapping them in a blanket of protection and love. The end. Let's begin another chapter of gentle peace. Hina and the Dream Guardian, a tale of understanding. This story is about a young girl, Hannah, and her encounters with Sedge, the Dream Guardian, who helps her understand her dreams and emotions, leading her to grow into a wise, compassionate leader. In a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and crystal clear streams, there lived a young girl named Hannah. Hannah had a heart as vast as the open sky, always eager to learn about the world around her. Yet, she often found herself misunderstood by those around her, her dreams and thoughts too grand for the small community. One starry night, as Hannah lay in bed, a soft glow began to envelop her room. Out of the light stepped a creature unlike any Hannah had seen before. He introduced himself as Sedge, the Dream Guardian, sent to help children understand their dreams and navigate their emotions. Sedge had wings made of shimmering silver, and eyes that held the wisdom of countless nights. Hesitant but curious, Anna listened as Sedge explained that her dreams were special, a blend of her hopes, fears, and the vast world she was yet to explore. With gentle voice, Sedge narrated tales of other dreamers who had once felt just like Hannah, guiding them through their nights until they found understanding. Over time, an unspoken bond grew between Hannah and Sedge. Each night, he would take her hand and lead her through her dreams, painting the night with vibrant adventures and profound lessons. They soared over mountains, delved into the depths of the ocean, and danced with fireflies in enchanted forests. Hannah learned that her dreams were not something to hide or be ashamed of, but a powerful part of who she was. As dawn approached, Sedge gently bearing fun would fade, leaving behind a spark of understanding in Hannah's heart. This newfound clarity filled her days with confidence and kindness. She began to articulate her thoughts with eloquence, sharing her dreams with others. Wily villagers began to see the world through her eyes, appreciating the beauty of her dreams and the wisdom she had to offer. The once fault-minded village blossomed into a community that celebrated the uniqueness of each of its members. Hannah's dreams painted the future, and Sedge's nightly visits became less frequent, but more profound. On one such night, Sedge appeared and told Hannah that his mission was complete. He had guided her to a place of understanding that she could now follow on her own. With a heart full of gratitude, Hannah bid farewell to her silver-winged friend. And though he was no longer there beside her, his voice echoed in her heart, a reminder that understanding oneself and others was the true essence of her dreams. As years went by, Hannah grew into a wise and compassionate leader of her village, always guided by the lessons she learned from Sedge. And on clear, starry nights, she would look up at the sky, a warm smile on her lips, knowing that somewhere, Sedge was watching over other young dreamers, guiding them just as he had once guided her. Now, let's move softly into our next tale. Buttercup and Lobelia, a tale of harmony. This story is about the beautiful friendship between a girl named Buttercup and a dolphin named Lobelia, the beneficial theme of harmony and the bond between humans and nature. Once upon a time, in a quaint coastal village nestled between the shimmering azure sea and lush emerald hills, lived a little girl named Buttercup. Buttercup, with her golden hair and bright blue eyes, was known for her love of the ocean and all its wonders. Every day, she would run down the sandy shores, her laughter mingling with the sounds of the waves. One sunny afternoon, as she skipped along the beach, Buttercup noticed something unusual. There was a dolphin stranded on the shoreline, struggling to make its way back to the water. Without hesitation, she rushed to its side. The dolphin, with a sleek silver body and curious eyes, looked up at Buttercup pityingly. "Don't worry, I'll help you," she whispered gently. With all the strength her small frame could muster, she pushed and nudged until the dolphin was finally free, swimming gracefully back into the ocean. Buttercup watched in awe as the dolphin licked through the waves before disappearing into the deep blue. The next day, Buttercup returned to the beach, hoping to see her new friend again. To her delight, the dolphin appeared, and they began a daily ritual of playing together. Buttercup named the dolphin Lobelia, after the delicate blue flowers that grew along the cliffs. Lobelia would chat with Buttercup using playful clicks and whistles, and Buttercup would tell Lobelia stories about the village and her dreams of exploring the world. Over time, their bond grew stronger, and soon, the entire village knew about the unique friendship between the girl and the dolphin. One evening, a terrible storm rolled in, and the waves crashed violently against the shore. Buttercup's parents forbade her from going to the beach, fearing for her safety. But as the wind howled and the rain poured, Buttercup couldn't stop thinking about Lobelia. Fearing for her friend's safety, she snuck out and raced to the shore. Through the howling wind and stinging rain, she called out for Lobelia, hoping the dolphin would hear her. Just when she was about to give up, she saw a familiar fin rise above the turbulent waves. Lobelia was there, braving the storm to reach her. With tears of relief mingling with the rain, Buttercup and Lobelia embraced each other, knowing they would always be there for one. The storm passed, and the village celebrated the safety of both Buttercup and Lobelia. Their friendship became a symbol of the harmony between humans and nature, and Buttercup's heroic act was remembered for generations. From that day on, the villagers treated the ocean and its inhabitants with greater respect, understanding that harmony with nature was the key to true happiness. Buttercup and Lobelia continued to share their days together, exploring the vast seas and dreaming of new adventures. Their story remained a cherished tale, told to every child as they fell asleep, reminding them of the beauty and harmony it comes from kindness and friendship. Rest well, and let go of the day's cares.